Time management is a skill. This means that it can be developed and mastered. It's just like any other skill. Yet, so many people don't take the time to actually improve their time management skills. In fact, according to Gallup, about 6 in 10 working Americans say they don't have time to do what they want. Having kids and a job obviously has a huge role. But here's the thing that you probably don't want to hear. It's not that you don't have time. It's that you're not managing it properly. In today's video, I'm going to explain to you exactly how you can start having more time. I'll teach you how to manage your time like a pro. I mean, there are people like Elon Musk, who's managing multiple businesses at the same time, has a family, and still has time to retweet memes. This stuff might even help you make more money and still have more free time. Because you know you deserve more time with your loved ones to spend working on yourself or on your hobbies. Sounds good? I'm sure it does. Don't forget to interact with our content to see more of it. The best way is to subscribe to our channel. We provide content on how to improve yourself, your bank account, and your life in general. Trust me, you don't want to miss out on our next 3 uploads. Done? Good. Let's get on with it. So let's start off here. Time is more important than money. This might sound obvious, but that's not how most people are living currently. If you seriously value your time, then you shouldn't be using it to please someone else or to make someone else's dreams come true. Many live like this, and it's the classic example of the employee making the same salary every month, irrespective of how hard they work. And there are a lot of things that don't make you happy, and you still do them. Why? Because you have to, or at least you think you have to. We'll talk about this in a minute. The point is, time is the only asset that you can't really recreate. With money, you can spend it and you can make it. Time, you can only spend it. You can't have it back. All those valuable seconds that you're spending watching this video are gone forever. This might generate some level of stress for you, but it's the truth. Imagine having a limited amount of money. For example, you have $5,000 and that's all you have for the rest of your life. You're going to be very, very careful with what you do with it. The same should be with your time. You should be very careful with how you spend your time. So below are a couple of tips to help you out. 1. Delegate what you don't want to do. Don't want to mow the lawn? Delegate. This usually costs anything from $30 to $80. Aren't $80 worth 2 to 4 hours of your time? Sure they are. So you might as well hire someone that's paid to do it and do something that either makes you more money in the meanwhile or that makes you happy. For example, let's pretend that you're a freelancer and you're paid $100 per hour. If you like what you're doing, you'd probably rather work than mow the lawn. Maybe the mowing service costs $60. That's still a $40 profit for the first hour, and then $200 more if it takes them 3 hours to get the job done. So no matter what you do, you're still making a profit, or at least doing something that makes you happy. You can call this delegating, or you can call this buying time. I know many have grown up hearing things like working with your hands makes you honorable. I don't see anything honorable about working on something that doesn't make you happy for free, while you could delegate that task to professionals that are being paid for what they do. And you can do this for most of your daily tasks, including cleaning, ironing, all of it, as long as you can afford it, obviously. If you currently can't afford to delegate all tasks and chores, you should start with the ones that take the most time. Meanwhile, you should try to make chores productive somehow. You see, there are 3 types of activities. Productive activities. Those are taking you closer to your goals. Neutral activities. For example, doing the dishes, cleaning around the house, being stuck in traffic, commuting. Negative activities. Those which are taking you further away from your goals. We explained this in an old video. The thing is, you just have to do your best to replace negative and neutral activities with positive activities. For example, let's assume that one of your goals is to become leaner and lose some fat. If you're used to eating sweets and fast food on a daily basis, these are negative activities that are taking you away from your goals. You should replace those with eating healthy food. Obviously, there are things that you can't replace or eliminate because they're necessary, like commuting to school or work, cleaning around the house, or taking a bath. In these cases, you have to turn neutral or negative into positive. For example, you could plug your headphones and listen to a podcast on a topic related to your goal while cleaning, instead of listening to music. 2. Improve your focus. Guess what's your biggest distraction while trying to be productive? Exactly, your phone. It's a massive factor in our lives nowadays. According to Business News Daily, every week, workers spend almost 8 hours on their phones during working times. That's first of all a waste of money for the business they're working for, and it's also a waste of their own time and focus. But your phone is also affecting any other activity that requires focus, even your workout. Stopping to text here and there might not seem like a huge deal, but it can add up to hours and hours every week of texting between one thing and another. So the first thing you need is a little bit of self-control. Locking your cell phone in a cookie jar might actually help you improve your self-control and willpower, so try that also. Another good strategy is to plan your work. For example, if you want to start working on a project that will take you about 5 hours to complete, you can organize your time like this: 30 minutes of work, 5 minutes break, and moving around, 30 minutes of work, 5 minutes of break, and so on until the job is done. This helps a lot and improves your focus. How your focus works. Here's the thing. Momentum is key in everything, including working productively. Do you know that feeling of being focused on something? You're working on it and you're not thinking about being focused, you just are. That's the zone where you're highly productive. In order to get there, the best thing to do is just do it. Just start doing the thing, and after 5 to 15 minutes, you're probably going to get in the zone. If that doesn't work, try changing your environment or improving your workspace. Also, there might be distractions other than your phone, like noises, people interrupting you continuously, and so on. These are all things that kill your momentum, and every time you get distracted, you have to build it again. 3. Use a calendar or diary. I advise you to plan your days the day before, every day, always. This will help you have clarity throughout the day. You don't have to think about what needs to get done. You're just gonna do it. Research proves that this helps people save hours every week. When you have a plan mapped out, you don't need any additional motivation or anything, you just have to get started. Try it out. If you're a student, you can use something like Google Calendar and plan your days hour by hour. If your time is less predictable, you can use time boxing. Elon Musk actually uses this strategy. Time boxing consists of deciding how much time you want to dedicate to each task every day, instead of planning your day by the hour. Several studies prove that deciding how much time you want to dedicate to something will force you to get it done in that time, which is usually less than what it would have been if you hadn't time boxed. Again, you can use a diary or a piece of paper. Just do what makes more sense to you. 4. Prioritize tasks. These are things that are urgent or that will make you more profit, and those are things that you're supposed to do first, obviously. To keep track of everything, there are so many apps that you can download on your phone or use directly on your computer. You can use Trello, ClickUp, Google Tasks, Microsoft Apps, whatever. You just pick one, a maximum of 2, and that's it. Don't be the guy that has 10 productivity apps and actually spends more time figuring out how they work than actually working and getting stuff done. You'll probably find this extremely useful. A productivity app will show you exactly what your time looks like, and you'll be less stressed. It's proven that stress equals paralysis. When there are many things to get done and you don't even know where to start, you're gonna feel like you want to run away, and that's exactly what you'll do. Watch Netflix or waste time on social media. 5. Set limits. The average American spends 5.4 hours a day on their phone. Millennials spend 5.7 hours on their phones. There's also a small percentage of millennials that say they spend more than 12 hours every day on their phones. Now, this is very concerning. How could you ever say that you don't have any time if you use your phone unproductively for hours every day? Your smartphone is one of those things that can be a useful tool or a time waster. It's up to you to choose between using your phone to get more done faster or to live other people's lives. A good starting point is monitoring your screen time. Many phones have that incorporated, but you can also download apps for your phone. These apps track how much time you spend on your phone and how much of that time is spent on what apps. So you'll know exactly how much time you're wasting on TikTok, Tinder, Instagram, and Snapchat. Once you do that, for example, for a week, you can see your situation and improve it. If you spend 5 hours on social media every day, you're not going to go down to 1 all of a sudden. It needs to be progressive. So if your daily average is 5 hours, you should bring it down to 4 hours max daily for a week or two, and then bring it down to 3 for a couple of weeks, and so on. These 5 tips have changed my life, and I'm not exaggerating. I used to spend most of my time on Netflix and social media. After I started my first business, I didn't really have any choice but to manage my time better. Either that or the business would go under. So I can confidently assure you that if you apply these tips today, you're going to see improvements in many areas of your life, especially if you're persistent. Now you should check out these videos. 7 ways to easily multiply your income in 2021. How the poor invest versus how the rich invest. Well guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.